I'm going after your liver.
Okay, Hannibal.
Everyone grab some fava beans, a nice Chianti, and get ready for our review of Organ Attack.
Organ Attack is a take that last man standing game where the objective is to go after the other player's organs.
You start the game off by dealing out organ cards to each of the players.
Then, each player is also given 5 attack cards that they must use to attack the other player's organs.
When you lose all of your organs, you're eliminated from the game.
And the last player left with at least 1 organ wins.
When you first look at the game, you think, oh, this artwork's kind of simple. But then as you get into playing the game, you realize it doesn't need to be super complicated artwork because the game is fun all by itself.
With 3 out of the 4 of us having some sort of health background, I think the main thing that we love the most is just the, its organs, its science. Even the cover has basically, the snake on the staff and it looks like a book. I think all this really pulled my attention when I saw it.
For me, not having any kind of medical or science background, I thought it was still interesting and fun. Even a layman knows all the organs and stuff. Yeah, there aren't like the inappropriate organs, but everyone knows the heart, the kidneys, the bowels, the bones. Whether you like science or you don't like science, the game can still be fun because you're just looking at the artwork and you're just like, oh, that's kind of fun.
What are the inappropriate organs?
The game is also really easy to teach people and it's really easy to learn. So you can play it as a new game at a party with a bunch of people, whether they're board gamers or not.
When we look at these attack cards, right? They actually have exactly what it is. This is an affliction and it afflicts the bowels. This is irritable bowel syndrome. So it's very easy to understand what to do with these cards in your hand.
I think I would have known what IBS does and what it afflicts without them explaining it to me though.
Would you?
Oh, I would know all about IBS. There are other actions that you can do that aren't just afflictions. You can still attack them without removing an organ from the game. There's still a lot of that take that style without every card being, oh, you're out of the game, oh, you're out of the game, oh, you're out of the game. There's a good variety of different moves that can happen.
I remember a time way back when I was still in school and you're in your anatomy or pathophysiology or something, those classes. You're in that
101.
Me, I'm more of a visual learner. So I think if I had these cards, taking study breaks and let's say playing these games with my friends and I had these cards, it would probably reinforce some of those things a bit more.
I don't necessarily think that it would help someone in college with their anatomy, but definitely younger children, it is kind of a fun game because it is appropriate for younger children, I would say. It says ages 10 and up, but I think you can go even younger because it's not super inappropriate. It'll really be good for young kids to get into the simple ideas of anatomy without going into too much detail that'll scare them away or confuse them.
The main thing that I like about the whole take that style is there's only so many afflictions for each organ. Statistically, you wouldn't get 5 cards that could only attack one person. At one point, you just may be like, well, sorry, friend, I didn't want to attack, but there you go. And that might knock them out and they're dead, but charge it to the game.
I would say one of the drawbacks of the game is that as you get towards the end, if you're playing with a lot of people and you run out of the cards and you reshuffle the deck, then you start getting multiple cards that afflict certain organs that aren't in play anymore. So you're constantly having to get rid of cards and redraw, get rid of cards and redraw. The longer that the game goes, the less fun it is because you're just looking for that 1 or 2 finishing move cards to get to the end of the game.
They also have an expansion that allows you to do teams. Now, we actually played with that without even looking at what the new cards in. We just kind of shuffled it. And then I remember one game we were playing and I thought I was out and I was like, good luck, teammate. And all of a sudden, lo and behold, there's this one card that allows me to come back to life. And I'm like, I'm back! I'm back! And then everyone just started laughing, and then I got knocked out. If every time we had a game night with multiple people, not just our normal game night, but with more people, I would want to play this game every time. That's how much I love this game. I'll give it a 10.
Overall, I'm going to give this game a 7, which is pretty much my high tier for take that style game.
Teresa gives this a 10.
And Juliana gives this game an 8. That was our review of Organ Attack.
What'd you think? Any aspiring doctors, nurses, pharmacists out there? Let us know in the comments below.
Until our next class of Chianti, I'm Kenny.
And I'm Lee.